weird. It's
Whoa.
good day, everyone. You know, ever since I've done that, it makes it way easier to sync the audio.
Do we have an echo?
No, there's no echo.
No,
There's no echo.
I thought my computer is picking up.
It is your computer picking up, but it's not.
Light up.
It's not going through. Anyways, good day, everyone, and welcome to the Monday show. That's right, it's Monday. It's the beginning of the week. It's time to start fresh. And if you think by my jovial sound we had a fantastic day, you'd be wrong. Today sucked balls. We were working on SC430, which is out of frame right here, and it sucked. It sucked a lot. But who cares?
Yeah.
It's time for this, and I'm excited to be doing this. And I'm excited that you guys are all here. Hey, guys. Going to sit this one out. Under the weather, and it's heavy. All right, well, thank you, Fang, for at least letting us know you're going to be, I hope you feel better.
For sure, man.
And I will miss you being the keeper of the time because, if you guys don't know, Fang really does a great job of keeping us on point and like everything rocking and rolling. So, thanks, Fang, and I hope you feel better. We're going to miss you, buddy. Before we get too far into this intro, let's try to keep on task here, and let's head over to the 12-volt Clean Wire Club, brought to you by hang on.
It's in the banners.
Brought to you by DNF Tool Drawer and the coupon code for the IRTA2. That's right, the IRTA2 is on sale right now using coupon code HOT. Will save you $25. That's right. You can, save a bunch of money. Oop, didn't want to do that.
There you go. Just go to
I want to go here. I'll do this. There we go. Okay, back to comments. Anyways, let's drop in over there. And what do we have, Fernando?
This one is actually Cody.
Cody,
yes.
Yeah.
Cody make.
Looks
this
like,
is the back.
This is the back. I was gonna
This
say.
is the
I feel
back
like
of
there's more going on here. Looks good though.
It has a lot of pros. A lot of Mosconi pros.
Oh yeah, it's pro in the front.
Yeah.
Oh, very nice.
It looks nice.
Wow, yeah, it does look good. I need that picture. I gotta share that. No, that looks good. Yeah, I like it. I like that. And I see what he did there is he used the sticky tape zip tie downs instead of going through the board.
Yeah.
Because it's really hard to do after the fact.
Oh man, come on.
I know that was terrible.
Wow.
Somebody in North Carolina. Anyways, there you go. Congratulations. Great job. If you would like to be featured on the 12-volt Clean Wire Club, by all means, please submit your work to the 12-volt Clean Wire Club, become a member, and you never know. And for the rest of you guys out there, if you'd like to take advantage of this super hot summer savings, make sure to head over to DNF Tool Drawer where you can find the IRTA2 right now on sale, $25 off. For those who don't know what it is, head over there anyways, watch a couple videos. It's an electrical 2-channel RTA. It's a pretty smoking piece, and, it's pretty nice. And since we're just cruising right along, go ahead and get your questions. Start rolling those questions in.
Yeah.
I'm going to bang through some of these good days. Like Johnny right here says, oh, where'd it go, John? Good day. Good day, everyone. Howdy.
Good day.
Hola.
What's up?
For a split second, you did it. I know.
You did it.
And then you didn't. Buenos tardes, caballeros.
What's up?
Levido en Puebla, Mexico.
That's right.
That's a year and a half of Spanish in high school 30 years ago. Boom. Hey, guys. Hola. How to add some bass to my F-150 with the BO.
Ooh.
So here's the problem. It's not as hard as you would think. It's actually quite easy. The problem is that the F-150s with the BOs have ANC, automatic noise canceling. It's not automatic noise canceling. Ford calls it that to confuse the shit out of everyone. It's fake engine noise. It has it. Now, there's 2 ways to get rid of it, 3 ways to get rid of it. One is to go to your Ford dealership and tell them, put the guy up against the wall and say, listen, I need you to turn this off. Because they're really, and they're going to charge $120 to do it. Yeah. The second way to do it is to get the Forescan. That is Forescan, not the other one. It's a Russian software that you can download. It'll totally take over your Windows computer and tell the Russians everything they need to know about you. However, you can buy the programmer from Amazon for like, I don't know, $35 and go in and program it off that way. Or the third way, which is our preferred method of doing it, is to just take out the BO system altogether and put all new amplifiers in the car using either the Mobridge piece or the pack piece, pack A to B piece. We've beta test. Right now we have in beta the iData piece, which is coming. But right now, the nice thing about doing that is you get to re-amplify everything. You get to re-DSP everything. You get to go have some fun. Because once you put a ton of bass in there, then the mids and highs just sound like crap. Putting a whole system in it, you alleviate all that, and it sounds a lot better. You can put something like a small DSP amplifier with multiple channels. You need 6 channels, 7 if you want to keep the center channel, but you really don't need to once you start to tune it yourself, and then sub. So anyways, that's a thought there. And speaking of thought there, I'm going to hide current comment, and what I'm going to do is tell you guys about audio control. Now, one of the things that audio control we always talk about is their little tiny 3.5s that we begged to borrow and said, please, guys, please make these, which is a low ohm 3.5 for guys that have like Chrysler vehicles and or those amplifiers that put up more power at 2 ohms that you can't bridge. So what we have is this guy right here. So this is the PNW 35. Now, a couple unique things about this is that it uses it has 4 screw downs, meaning you can break those tabs off. You see the serration in that picture. This allows you to turn the speaker appropriately to get it screwed down into place. It makes mounting it way easier than just having 2. So most 3.5 mounts are two holes, but with this you can pick the 2 holes you want, so you have room for the speaker terminals. But if you come down here into the specifications for the speaker, it'll tell you right here it is 1.75 ohm, which is basically 2 ohm. And yeah, there you go. That's the speaker right there. So if you've got a cool Chrysler product that has that obnoxiously boring 3.5 in it, and it's an Alpine system, or even if it's not an Alpine system, don't put this one in there. It's a little too low, like the impedance. You probably blow up the radio. Stick with the 4 ohm version at that point. But if you got one of those premium audio systems in your Jeep, Chrysler, Dodge, and you'd like to really make it come alive without spending a ton of money replacing the whole system, this is the speaker you want to do. We love doing it. We've had plenty of guys do it, reach out to us and say, oh my God, this really changed what I was listening to. Thank you so much. So head over to audiocontrol.com. Check that out. Fernando.
Yes.
What do you got for me?
I got this one.
Dean. Bobby.
Yes.
Car Stereo Talk.
You want
Is it with you and Brian? Also, how often? Monthly? Thanks for bringing it back. So,
do you want water?
Yeah, I think I have an open one.
Yeah.
That's it. So Car Stereo Talk was a podcast we did between 2018 and 2019. You can find it on Podbeam as well as Apple Music or Apple Podcasts. Fernando and I did 52 episodes of it. And Bobby, being one of the biggest advocates, please bring it back. Please bring it back. Please. Well, 2024 is your year, Bobby. Fernando being a dad and having a lot of stuff to do, and us just really after 52 episodes, we really didn't have anything else that we could think to talk about. It was not fun anymore.
No.
So we just put a little bow on it, put it over there, but I kept paying for the storage on it. Yay me. And it actually still does quite well, which is kind of funny. It actually does pretty good. Yeah, I was looking at it the other day. I was like, wow, this thing is actually still rocking and rolling. So I had the crazy idea at the beginning of the year to do it with Brian Mitchell because there again would be it would allow us to talk about other things that in him he loves to talk. So yes, so it launched last night. The one of the episodes. I don't know how often we're going to do it yet. There are a couple episodes already in the can. It just depends on how much time we have to do it. I would like to do it every 2 weeks. I think every 2 weeks is a pretty good, because that's 26 shows a year, or roughly 25 shows a year. With vacations and stuff like that, it'll probably more like 22 shows a year. But we'll see how it goes. I mean, we could always cut it back if we need to just, like 15, 16 shows. But right now, we'll get it up. It's up and running if you want to hear the latest version of. And I think the second one is when we talk about the FIO stuff. So definitely. Thank you, Bobby. And I tagged him in it because I knew he'd be so excited.
Yeah.
Would I benefit from using a DSP with a Stinger High 10 running passive Hertz Milli Pros? So every situation in your life, you're always going to benefit from having a DSP. You're going to do it. There's no way you can't. Okay. Other than the fact you might not know how to use it, it might be complicated for you. You might but if you're going to be running passives and you got to really you're in the small section of the system, buying a nice DSP right now isn't a terrible idea, or a nice DSP amplifier, such as like an Audio Crow, like a D6 1200. They get you 6 channels of DSP. If you're just going to go basic, you could do like a D5 1300 or a D 4.800, or there's plenty of them to choose from, or just get the 8 to 10 that they make. The point is if you get a DSP now and you start playing with it with a more basic system, by the time you roll, you're going to grow into it. You're going to be like, damn, I wonder what it would sound like if I went active on these tweeters. I wonder what it would sound like if I took these coaxials and went biampable. So, for example, let's go back to this 2.5 right, or this 3.5 right here, and I'm going to try to get to the back side of the speaker. And there's the back side of the speaker. As you can see, these little tiny right underneath the logo where it says, or where the logo says PNW-35, you see a blue and a black. Those are the tweeter wires. That's a biampable speaker. You can actually run 4 channels of power to a set of those. So channel 1 and 2 can be on the tweeters. Channel 3 and 4 can be on the mid-range. If you want to talk about a set of 3.5s that really come to life, throwing a DSP on it and 4 channels of amplification, pretty awesome. We love doing it to 4-inch as well that are up on the dash. It's fantastic. But yeah, DSP for sure.
Yeah?
Yeah. Give it to me.
Okay, got that one.
Hello, guys. I was wondering if the kicker key lock would be good to use on a 2024 GMC AT4 with Bose. I want to just hook up a couple subs, an amp, and keep the door speakers on the Bose amp. Yes, it would be fantastic. Fantastic. Keep in mind that the key lock has a really useless load resistor bank built. It's so you're going to need some better load resistors for it. So pick up a set of the LGD greens to go with it. That way you can load it down. Or if you're just a kicker fan, you can pick up a KISS load, which is their load generator. It's really nice. Comes in a heat sink. It's pretty cool. They make it in a 2-channel version. Very nice, very special. It's so shiny. You're going to love it. It's very pretty. But either one of those, you're going to want a load to put in front of that so that stays on and keeps functioning. But yeah, the key, we've done it. It's fantastic. It's fantastic. Fan-freaking-tastic. Next one.
Super fantastic.
Super fantastic expialidocious. Oh, hi, Christian. Hi. I have a FIO M11 plus ESS coax, output coax digital, and I want to connect it to my Scony 830 on the Toshlink input. Should I buy a DAC for $20 to convert coax to Tosh optical? I don't see why not. Yeah, go for it. Yeah. I think that would be okay. Yeah.
Okay.
I'd go for it.
What do you think about the 6.5-inch JBL Club SQ component speakers?
The cool thing about JBL is they make cool stuff. The problem with JBL is that not a lot of people realize that they make cool stuff because it's JBL. Back in the day, back in the 90s when JBL was at their height, like just crazy amounts of awesome stuff coming out, everyone knew what it was. At some point, JBL decided that Bluetooth speakers and headphones, this is at corporate, were more important to the brand. And in doing so, it was great for a while. Like everyone would go, and now young kids don't realize that JBL and Infinity make really nice speakers. And if you buy a Toyota, you also don't realize that JBL makes really nice speakers. But yeah, they make some really, really nice stuff that just gets no love. So yeah, I go for it, man.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure. For sure. Go for it. I think you'll enjoy it. Okay. Go for it. Next one. Drop it.
You want to change yours? No.
Not yet. I got another 2 minutes. What's up, Angel?
What up, buddy? All right. I install a pack audio AP4CH41 in the wire harness in my 2015 Dodge Challenger with the 6 speakers Alpine system. Will I get the best sound out of my subwoofer and speakers with the DSP or without it?
Ooh, did you pre-read this question?
Um,
Did you pre-read this
no.
one? You just put it up there?
I just put it up there.
This is one of my favorite questions, guys. You get a big gold star next to your boom. So here's the thing. This is one of those things we've been talking about for a really long time, which is like, oh man, you need to do an amp pro. You need to do an amp pro. You need to do an amp pro. Hey, did you do an amp pro? You didn't do an amp pro. Oh, you did a high level, low level adapter. Don't do that. Do an amp pro, especially in a Chrysler Jeep Dodge.
Yeah.
Now, you've already bought the pack piece, so we'll just go with that. Our preferred method of installing a Chrysler is using the AR, so either a DSR1 or an ARC Audio product, just because they work so well and they integrate really well in the Chryslers. Now, here's where we screwed up all those years ago when we started telling you guys that you had to have this, because our brains don't work the same way as your brains. And what I mean by that is that we know that you need to use a DSP. Like, we know that that is a thing. We know that
Right.
if we take out a DSP, you have to put a DSP back in. You can't just like not. So the Alpine system is EQ'd, it's timelined, it's DSP'd, it's shined, as well as every other amplified badge system, whether it was a Sony system, a Harman Kardon system, a Bose system, a Lexicon system, a Mark Levinson. All those named systems have DSP and the JBL system. And so we take those out and put an Amp Pro in. And what the Amp Pro does is the magical thing that we've wanted all along, which was just give me 6 channels of non-screwed up RCA signal that we can then plug into a DSP and re-DSP.
Process that
signal. We can process that signal the way we want it. Unfortunately, that second half of the conversation really wasn't talked about all that much, okay? Because that was never really the question. And to be honest, we didn't even think about it until many years down the road when people start saying, my factory system it sounded better. And we were like, there's no way it sounded better. And then, well, what do you have? And then I was like, oh, crap. So the second half of the conversation that we didn't have those years ago was saying, okay, so now that you have 6 channels of 5-volt output, you need to take it into a processor or something that can re-EQ the system because you just stripped it of all the equalization because their equalization sucked for you. Okay? So to answer this question is yes, 100%. You need a DSP in this of some kind to shine that thing back up and make it as bright as a diamond. Okay? Be able to fix it the way you want it. So we wanted to get rid of what Dodge did, which was Dodge, Jeep, Chrysler, Dodge, or GM, all those guys. We wanted to get rid of the bass roll-off. We wanted to get rid of the all-pass filters. We wanted to get rid of the loudness. We wanted to get rid of the time alignment and the delay and the weird stuff they do to the rear speakers and all the nonsense that just the EQ itself. We wanted to get rid of all that because we want to put new speakers in it. We want to put new power in it. And we want to do it the way we want to do it. But we forgot to say, make sure you had a DSP or a DSP amplifier. So, yes, if you're going to do some form of integration, always use some form of a DSP to go with it so that you can then custom tailor the music to the new speakers and amplifiers and power that you're putting in so that you can finish it off and make it sound the way you would like it to sound. Without it, you basically have bass, mid, and treble, which is great, but sucks because you now have like a 1990s radio in your car without the adjustment that you need. Now, for some people, that's fine. I'm assuming most of you guys in the comments, though, that's not what we're rolling with, man. We want this thing to be like, yeah, baby. So nice. All right, hold on. I'm going to do this. Hey, guys, Next sponsor is our fine folks at Arc Audio. We talk about them a lot. Like we just said a minute ago, we like to use these when doing AR. This is the PSM Pro up there that you can use to integrate with them. One of the things that we keep mentioning is their website. I always go to the website, check things out. If we head over to Arc Audio's website real quick, we could see under the tab accessories, they have a bunch of accessories that are really cool. The first one up, of course, is a DSP. You have the PSM Pro, the PSM digital processor. You have the PSC controller. You have the LR1 control knob. That's a control knob. It can be used for many things. The Wi-Fi module, the harness for iData, some USB extension cables. They have the SRI signal summing module. So if you guys are looking for a really, if you want something to compare against like a, I don't know, LC7i or LC6i or LC5i, this is the device. This would be somebody else's device that you might like. It has a signal summing module. And then we also have the ALD, which is the line output driver. We have a noise gate. For those of you that are super picky about like, when it's just sitting there, it's with the volume down, this will shut the volume. This will turn it off when it senses no signal. It was really big in competitions. The BXM bass enhancement module, and of course the KEQ5 EQ. Now the bass enhancement module is one of those weird things that the name really doesn't. It should be called the mid bass enhancement module. It will work for the subwoofers, but it's designed to do is in certain applications where you're lacking mid bass, this will go in and will bring mid bass back. It's also really good if you're in the back of a car, you build two subwoofers and they're facing into one another and they cancel each other out and they sound weird. This device is designed to fix that. So check them out. Head over to arcaudio.com and check out the accessories page. Can I just click on one of the blue ones? Here we go. Good evening, gentlemen. What do you guys think about this DSP? Are you looking it up?
That was the one.
Something in 2024, a new EQ, car audio digital signal processor, the P48E. Did you find it?
Yeah.
Oh, look at
this
that.
one. It's looks like like the regular ones that we have, Alpine style.
So a lot
DSP software.
It's probably fine. It probably is fine. The thing, like, so if you yourself wanted to come out with a DSP, or somebody wants to come out with a DSP, you buy a box, you put all the cool little parts in it that you're looking to do, some good, some bad, and then you need software. Software is the key, right? Software is the key. Now, there's a couple companies that make software. There's very few companies that make really high-end software, but they're out there. Some manufacturers design it their own, which usually the top, like these guys in Moscone and Audison and Helix, all design their own version of the DSP. But for the rest of us that are not spending tons and tons of money at DSP, we buy our DSP software from a DSP supplier. And that supplier will skin the DSP software in a way you would like it. And you buy all these features a la carte. And I can look at that software and I can know right away that that's what they're using. The nice thing is it's good software. It's basic in the sense that it doesn't have a lot of, doesn't have an input EQ, doesn't have an output EQ, just has main EQ. It's got time alignment, it's got level control. It's a very easy DSP to use. Museway uses a software like this. Alpine uses a software like this. Nakamichi, and those are just to name a few off the top of my head. There's a bunch of manufacturers that use this software, and it's fantastic. It's reliable. It's real reliable. Like very, very rarely do you have any problems with it. So though I'm not familiar with this piece, it's using that software. It's probably not bad. I mean, if you can get a good deal on it and you want to give it a go for it.
Now, what I would recommend you is think about how many channels do you actually need, right? Mm-hmm. This one seems like it's a high level 4-channel input, 4-channel output. High level, low level is only 2-channel input, 8-channel output. So
yeah, it's a 4 to 8 of some kind.
It's a 4 to 8, yeah. So
that really, when you're going to buy DSP, the most important thing to remember is input and output channels. So if you're coming high level in, you need to know how many high level channels you need. So sometimes there aren't enough. You also need to know how many output channels you need. So so for example, if you're going to do an active 3-way setup, front, rear speakers, and a sub, that's 9 channels.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, if your car has the ability to have some form of a preamp in, you just need front, rear, sub. It's fantastic. Or you just need front and sub. Either way.
Now, some of these manufacturers, when you plug it in and you have noise. We have an experience that we plug one in, right?
Well, there again, that's because this has nothing to do with software. That has to do with the product.
It's just the equipment.
Yeah, it's a cheap DSP.
The quality, it was...
Is that for Chris or for the quality of the product? That's for Chris.
Anyway, some of these they don't have the quality product.
Thank you. Thank you and I thank Haley for getting that out to you.
Thank you so much. Thank you, man. You will love that piece. It's going to help you a lot. So,
all right. No, that's, I don't,
What?
it says, well, yeah, but the more you alter the sound, the more artifacts you add. No, no, because your car itself, I totally disagree too. I mean, the car itself is altering the sound. Mm-hmm. This isn't a fine home stereo where we have, and even there you have to worry about the room altering the sound. The EQ is designed to try to fix the problems that the car is inducing. So you're not altering the sound, so to speak. No. You're trying to clean up the mess that is created by the fact that you have speakers coming like this, you have speakers down here, you have speakers
center
back
console.
Here,
you have a lot of things going
this.
on.
So it's not like we have this optimal placement in a car. We don't. We need to fix all of this so that we can get back to it.
Yeah.
And we've been doing this for forever. This isn't like it's new. Obviously, if we were in a perfect world, we could design a speaker array to where all the speakers were equal distance from us. Like if we were in a living room and we had 2 beautiful towers with an amplifier and we sat on a couch and, we were doing the whole JBL blown away picture and just going, oh, this is fantastic.
Yeah.
And the engineer of the speakers got to design everything, the passive crossovers, pick the drivers. So we're hearing exactly what they want us to hear, which is in fact not the way the artist intended it, because it's being colored by what that tower manufacturer thought sounded the best.
Correct.
And it doesn't. It might sound terrible to you. Mm-hmm. And then you sell it and you got to buy another one. Oh, this one sounds better. So it's always messed up. It's just we try to get it to sound the way we, as the end user, want it to sound.
And no, the ILX 507, it's a different... The DSP that they have, it's a little bit different than the radio.
What are you talking about? The ILX 507 is a radio.
Yeah. But he say it's the same software that we show here, and it's not.
No, yeah, it's totally not.
It's totally different.
However, the Alpine DSP will have very similar software.
Similar, but it's not.
But you got to keep in mind, like a radio, even the Alpine, it has a basic parametric EQ, super sexy. You can do left and right parametric EQ. There again, super sexy. Mm-hmm. So, Alpine in the basic radio, it's awesome. Okay, if you can get where you need to be with just a radio, you're done. Yes. Yeah, you find the sweet spot. And that's what I'm saying. If you can take what you have and get it to sound to where you're like, man, this is it. And there's no reason you can't. A lot of people can do it. I mean, we get done, we're not putting a DSP in this car. We're putting a really nice radio in it, so that we're giving it as much of a chance as we can to sound. It's a 20-year-old car. Putting a DSP in it, it's like, I don't know, spend $10,000 putting all this in this car. But we want it to still sound the best that we can. So
why not?
We're going. I agree, but we're still going with giving it the best chance we can for the equipment we're putting in, which is, a really nice radio with a lot of settings in the radio, so that we can get the sounds that we want.
Mm-hmm. And that radio that's gonna go in is great. It has a nice,
fantastical. But anyways, always.
Yeah. What? Yeah.
Fix it, Felix. Okay. Anyways, drop me another one.
All right, here you go.
So what can I add to my Alpine besides the amps and the speakers? I mean, you can buy Alpine's external DSP.
Yeah, like I said,
they make a nice DSP.
Yeah.
You can wave your phone around. It's pretty cool. Alpine makes a ton of stuff. I mean, they make the most stuff.
Yeah.
Good evening.
Good evening.
I'm getting bass roll off with my Kicker Key 500.1 and my 2001 Nissan Rogue with the Blows system. I took my signal from my sub output. Should I install the key lock or something else? No, so the key lock is actually built into the Key 501. So you've already got it. It's already there. When you talk about bass roll, okay. So we did a video where we talked about bass roll off as opposed to high pass roll off. They're two totally different things. So I'm sure. So bass roll off is loudness, okay, and as loudness rolls off, the bass starts to go down, and you may okay. So the kicker is you may want to go back and retune the 500.1 with the volume up higher, okay, so that it is at the max level at the volume you want to hear it at. All right, so if it is always going to be punchier at the lower end because it's loudness. It's designed to do that. It's designed to, at low volumes, add impact to the music. As long as it gets up to the top volume and you're happy where it's at, then you shouldn't really have to worry about the roll-off side of things or the effect of loudness. Okay. Now, if you want it to just be like, no, I want it to keep reaching for the sky as I'm rolling the volume up, well, then you need something like an AccuBass in front of it. Okay, which is basically designed to add bass back in at that point of roll off where the loudness goes out. You dial it in manually, and then as you're turning the volume up slowly, it will turn on and keep adding bass up. That's what AccuBass does. The problem is AccuBass doesn't fix the EQ portion of it. So most of the time, we don't have any problems with bass roll off when setting up the 501 at a higher volume and getting the amount of bass we want, tuning it for that high volume. Okay, so that we know when the volume's all the way up, we're getting it's like, yes! Ooh, that was neat. And then when we roll it down, it's still impactful and still sounds good. So maybe just reset it. Maybe just, erase it, turn it up a little higher. Use negative 10 dB of overlap, not the 5. We always use 10.
Reset it.
and then see what you get. Hi, guys.
What's up, Thomas?
What's up? What is it about the new Alpine head units you and Vega don't like? Seems like Pioneer and Kenwood need a refresh on flagship radios. I'll agree with Pioneer needs a refresh for sure. But that's not going to happen because they just did, and what we got was nothing to get excited about.
You don't like the new Alpine?
No, I
don't. Dude.
Well, you don't like it either. Give me a break.
What? What do you say that? What do you say?
He knows I don't like it either. So my problem with the Alpine is not that it's not a great operating system, okay? There's a few features it doesn't have that it really should have, but most of the problems I have are brought up between the fact that it's laggy and slow, and it shouldn't be. We had a model that was just god awful slow and ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
It's been plagued with headaches and software updates, drastically needed software updates. Now, right now, the Alpine head unit is on version 6. So since it's come out, it's up on software version 6. So if you get it and it has 6, great. If you had one and you have to update it on a thumb drive up to 5, and then you have to log into a Wi-Fi network to go from 5 to 6. That's stupid. In so many ways, that's stupid because it takes forever. It's like an hour-long update. It drives me crazy. If you can get your hands on one and you touch and feel it and press the buttons and it does everything that you like, it's a solid piece. Okay, it's a solid piece. It's going to sound good. It's going to perform fantastic, and you may love it. I don't have to love it. Right. I don't have to, and because I put them in and use them and they annoy me, that's what happens.
The product is great. I mean, it's solid, like you say. It's awesome. Sometimes we just want it faster.
Yeah, it's on 6. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's just it. It's nothing. It's nothing to hate on it. It's just
Totally hate it. You totally hate it.
no. Okay, so and it's not just the okay.
No,
So
I get
when
it.
you look at the
Yeah.
ILX 650,
Yeah,
you know,
that was a great
by the
piece.
time we got to the end of life of the
Yeah.
ILX 650, that last year and a half, maybe 2 years,
Yeah.
let's say 18 months that we had the
Yeah.
ILX 650, my God, that thing was freaking awesome. We sold the hell out of that thing.
Yeah.
And then replaced it with the ILX 650. What a turd. Like,
The
total
what?
turd.
The 670, you said.
Yeah, what did I say?
The 650.
Yeah, when we replaced
Yeah.
the 650 with the 670, what a turd, man.
Yeah.
And then you do something totally stupid, like put RGB controllers for your subwoofers only. It's like everybody loves RGB. Why would you not put just a standard universal RGB controller in it
Yeah.
that everyone can use for their RGB lighting? Oh no, it just works our subwoofer enclosures. It's in the trunk of the car.
Yeah.
Who cares about that shit? How cool would it be to control your RGB from your radio? It'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Now, if they made some form of a converter, like they're like, hey, we couldn't do that because of noise, but we're coming out with an RGB converter so that you can take ours and it'll no, they didn't do that. They didn't do it because it would cost too much. I just, it's so aggravating.
Yeah.
And then, hey, by the way, our steering wheel controls, man, don't work with anything. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so basically, Scott said it here, 670 is crap. It is. Yeah. So, anyways, not to give them all the hate in the world, they still do some really nice stuff that I like, you know. I like the new R-Type speakers. They're fantastic. Power. Alpine always has phenomenal power that is just like badass. You know, they have some nice DSPs. I just disappoint. It's just disappointing on the radios. So we'll leave it at that. Sony all the way.
See, now, talking about Sony.
So
Sony's so basic.
Oh, dude, listen.
If you talking about Alpine, all these
so I had a guy
features.
I had a guy come in the other
Sony?
day that had an Alpine, and he goes, "Man, I really like he had an older the truck that I tuned on Saturday. He goes, I really like my older Alpine.
Yeah.
I like it how basic it is." And I said, "Oh, that's why you like it?" I said, "Come on in here for a second." He goes, "Oh, you're going to show me the Sony?" And I go, "Yeah." And he goes, because he's got an older Alpine, and I said, "Here's the Sony." And he goes, "Is this really as easy as it is?" I walked him through every page, and I said, "This is it. This is all it's got." He goes, "I like it because it turns this way, and it goes like this." He goes, "This is," because he doesn't want to deal with any of this crap.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, the cool thing about the Sony is, yes, Sony is sleepy as it gets, but it works, and it sounds good. And the one thing that I love about Sony is Sony still makes radios that are thick.
Yeah.
Okay, that you can actually mount into a kit and doesn't look like shit. The new Pioneers.
Oh my God! Talking about crap,
dude. That's like the flattest chested woman you've ever seen. Is that a boy? I think it's a boy. That's like a 10-year-old boy.
Yeah.
No. That's There's nothing. It's literally like there's no. It's not even a speed. It's like there's nothing to mount it, and it just looks like shit.
Yeah, it's bad. It's
so bad. I mean, you know, it was funny too because like last year, Kenwood had the same problem.
Yeah.
And, you know, we complained to Kenwood. Like, we went all the way to the top of Kenwood, and I was sending pictures. I literally had a Kenwood radio here, and every time I would put in a dash kit, I'd put in the dash kit, take a picture, and go, "This one sucks."
Yep.
You know? And so now we have the new 4 series, which we'll be doing an unboxing here soon, because they're sending it to us.
They fixed it.
They fixed it. They added it in, you know, and they were pissed too because they were like, "I didn't know."
Yeah.
Well, of course you didn't know. Yeah. You know. So, anyways,
Okay.
Hold on, I got to do something.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
I got to change this. Focal, guys. You know, we talk about it all the time. I do have to come up with some new pictures because I'm getting tired of looking at these. It's one of my plans for next weekend is to sit at home and make all new lower thirds. But since we still have this one up there, we're going to call it Focal Inside. Do you have a Tesla? Do you have a Ford?
No.
Do you have a Toyota? Do you have a Volkswagen?
I do.
Okay. Would you like some speakers that are super easy to put in and sound amazing without a lot of modification?
Yes.
Of course you would.
Yes.
Head over to focal-america.com or head over to Focal Inside, and you can check out some of the new plug-and-play options available to you that make your installation super easy and sound amazing. And if they don't offer something for you, head over and look at Focal Integration. These are smaller baskets made to fit into tight space like this. Made into fit into these really shallow mount, simple hold speakers. Easy and will fit into most brackets that are readily available. Unless you got something like a cool 3D print, you want to make your own. But yeah, and they're also extremely affordable. So check them out at focal-america.com.
Hey guys, great show as always. I am building a system in a 2007 Mazda MX-5. I'm
Okay.
using a DMX 958XR plus an 802.55 channel amplifier JBL.
JBL components.
Yep.
JBL.
In my doors and JBL
the fuse sub
sub
under the seats.
Nice.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah.
Those are cool.
I think it's a great.
Yeah,
it's nice.
The fuse are funny because like we've done those, and the first time we heard them, we were just totally.
I thought
blown
that
away.
was gonna blow.
Oh, I totally.
That was a fuse.
Blow. Yeah,
I was like, oh my god,
dude, that's so sad. It is a bad name. It is totally a bad name.
Yeah,
but no, that sounds like a fantastic.
What
system.
happened to your sister? I blew the fuse.
I blew the fuse.
Okay, let's check it out.
Yeah, it's
the
very
other
cool.
one.
The one thing to keep in mind about the fuse subwoofers is it's one input, one output to go to the other one. It's not a dual voice call or anything like that.
No.
So keep that in mind when hooking it up.
But
if you're looking for Fernando, if you're looking for an amazing set of 5 1/4s, no, that one.
Oh, the other one.
Check out the Focal Flax series. There's an awesome set of 5 1/4s in the Focal Flax line as well. If you want to go Morel also makes a really nice couple pairs of 5 1/4s to choose from.
Or you can go with the 4-inch. You can go with the 4-inch.
I
know 5 1/4, but
well, no, I would do a 5 1/4 or 4-inch.
The hybrids?
Oh yeah. Well, no, they have a hybrid 5-inch.
5-inch. True.
I know. Yeah, it's pretty amazing.
There you
go. Hold on. Let me go over here.
I'm holding on.
Jason says, do you think the issues you've had with your Windows computer and the Odyssey software will influence them to change platforms? One can hope. It's funny that you asked this because this is one of the questions that we ask all the time. And as much as I would love to say, yeah, that would be fancy. No, they're never going to do it, man. And we, we're fortunate enough that we get to talk to a lot of these guys. And don't get me wrong. There's like Audison was very receptive of switching to Mac. Mm-hmm. Like some of their design is done on Mac and then they have to actually port it over to Windows. Of all the companies that have seemed the most receptive on switching to Mac, or having the Mac option, it was Audison. So will we see an Audison version of it someday? We might. But the thing is these guys are so against it. It's so stupid. Mm-hmm. I just had this conversation with another manufacturer like last week, I feel. Because it was with that guy. Yeah. Yeah, take that, Alpine. No, I was having this conversation with Jeff last week about Helix, and because I was like, dude, can we get a Mac version of this? I mean, can we? And he had some good points, and I said, I don't care, because you're not on my team, you suck. But no, it is annoying. It is annoying. Not enough Apple users. That is bullshit. It's the biggest company in the world, man. That's not true. That's not true.
It's the biggest company in the world. It is the biggest.
Listen,
but people doesn't have the same money as the company, so.
I have two. I have many Mac computers. I personally carry 2 that cost me a hell of a lot more than my Windows machines.
Yeah.
And they do a hell of a lot more than my Windows machines. And I spent 45 minutes. Because I somehow managed to disable my trackpad on my laptop, trying to disable. I was pissed.
You spent like 3 hours trying to figure it out.
It was so annoying. And finally, it was just like, click this box, no, click this box, no, click that. Yes, haha, woo! Because I hate touchscreens. And when you're trying to do a DSP in a car, and like you're bumping stuff, and then you hit the signal goes ring, and you're like, oh. I don't. Some guys like it. I don't. But yeah.
I would love to use the network settings on the radio, but I have not run separate wires to the tweeters. Should I use the 2-way network or use the crossovers on the amplifier?
So if you don't need rear, then use network mode. If you need rear, don't use network mode because network mode negates the rear output. So if you're not going to if you want some rear speakers, don't just stay away from network mode. Otherwise, yeah, it's fun. It gets you it gets your foot in the door of the bigger world of DSP.
Yeah.
I want to get to this one.
Okay, just click it in that so I can save
Okay. All right. Sorry.
Hey
Yeah.
guys,
Yeah.
Kicker CXA
Yep.
360.4
Yeah, it's 4-channel.
is the remote input and adjustable for the bass boost, or is just a volume knob?
It's just a volume knob. It's just volume
Sorry.
knob. Yeah.
All right.
And okay, I will tell you, Kicker is not big on bass boost. Even when the amplifier has bass boost, it's just 6 dB. It's almost pointless. And I'm like, I brought that up. I'm like, dude, what are you guys like?
On the boring life. But my life is boring. That's why I don't have.
Dude, you had a way active life yesterday.
Oh, dude, that was.
You had. I mean, do you want to? I mean, if you'd like to argue with Haley for an hour, you're more than welcome to. I will gladly tap out on that one.
Argue with Haley.
You know, I would love to see you two guys talk, just to see her give you all the side eye she would give you, because she can't hit you like she can hit me. Yeah, she's just like, yeah, that would be hilarious. Do you see yourself car audio until you retire? What is the single biggest thing you enjoy about your job? Leaving.
That was awesome.
No,
when it's 6:30.
Yeah, I know. Oh crap. No.
No, seriously.
So the most fun that we have in this job right now, is honestly this, like talking with people when we're live.
Agree.
Is definitely the most fun that we get to have. When we get to talk about what we're doing in the Bay, doing these Q&As with you guys, talking about cool stuff. Definitely that is the most
the
fun.
interaction.
Oh, 100%. We love traveling, so I love going to places and being able to take you guys there,
hang out with
talk
friends,
about them, hang out with friends for sure.
Like Dougie.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. I mean,
like this one right there.
It's definitely the people. Nice hair. So
for the people,
as far as like in the install bay, like if I like the day-to-day stuff that is enjoyable, I love my laser. And I'm really excited about the 3D printers we have. We've been using those a lot lately, not for car audio, just using the 3D printers. It's been a lot of fun. But I love my laser. That was definitely, being able to do fab on a different level. I think that was really cool, like making those panels for the Range Rover, as much as I hate the Range Rover. But being able to do stuff that like never in a million years I thought would be possible without like, doing some crazy stuff. Right. For the most part, I love tuning cars. Like I really enjoy being able to finish a car and then sit back and tune it. It is somewhat stressful at times, just because, you have the burden of people going, this has got to sound good, right? And you're like, yeah, and so I'm extremely critical of myself in that, but I have a lot of fun. But aside from that, will I be doing this forever? I'm sure some aspect of it, yes. I'll be doing something, like whether it's here or in the sales regard or in a manufacturer or in my garage at home, who knows? But yeah, I don't really think at this point I'm going to change tracks. I don't know what I would do. Marketing would always be the thing, or some form of cameras or videos, or because we obviously have a lot of skill in that regard. Yeah. But I would like to keep it in 12 volt if we were to ever do that. I don't want to go out.
If you retire from the install bay?
Yeah, I would want to still be in 12. Like I would like to take, what we've learned over these years of doing this and help a company. That to me would be the fun part. Take
a salesperson. I think you.
No. I don't want to be.
Oh, totally. Oh, God, talking with everyone every day.
Mike, you're welcome. The network mode question also for the MX-5. So there again, network mode is fantastic as long as you don't want rear fill. If you want rear fill, stay away from it. If you don't, then it's fantastic. Like you could do the 802.5 network mode. Yeah, way more adjustment, way more cool. And speaking of, what's up, Brad?
What's up, Brad?
I want to go to work for ARC. Ooh, you know the project that we're working on.
What?
You know the project that we had. Freaking woke up at 7:00 in the morning, going, I know it would make this look better. I'll tell you after the show, obviously. But so I talked to Brian last night, and I said, "Oh, by the way, I didn't sleep last night because I had this.
I was thinking about this.
I woke up thinking this, and I was like, this would look awesome and really fix a part that's irritating me." But anyways, hey, Brad. Hey, Lance.
Hey, Lance.
What's up? Oh, sorry. If you stop. All right, if you left 12 volt, would you still be friends? Yeah, why wouldn't we? I mean, yeah. I mean, for sure. I don't see why not. I mean, I feel like, you know, there's stuff to talk about outside of this. I just don't ever see leaving 12 volts. So, no, I don't see any reason why I would. I think we covered everything as far as that goes. I'm just going to throw this up there just to fill in the last couple minutes here.
Mm-hmm.
I told Brad this morning. Very good. I hope he liked it. Yeah. Are there any new radio features worth waiting for coming out in 2025, or should I settle with the Kenwood 1007 XR? That is a great question. So, what are some of let's prospect here some of the features that could possibly be coming out. Features. Alexa integration is, I can guarantee you, going to be something high on the list.
Oh my god!
So when the wherever for this comes out, I can almost guarantee you it's going to have some form of Alexa integration.
Do people really
use
Alexa
I
for
do
that?
not. I barely want to talk to the real people, let alone like talk to a.
Well, she's not gonna respond you. You know, like argue with you.
She would argue with me.
No.
I feel like she would argue with me. So if we're talking physical difference, yes, because you got to remember the DNR 1007 is a unique radio in that the double DINs have an operating system that only they have, because they have the full parametric EQ, which is the best implementation of parametric EQ in a head unit so far. So that alone makes me be like, oh yeah, just get that. Are they going to do a better version of it? Probably not. Probably not. They'll probably just reskin it, you know, which is often what they like to do. But who knows? But if I was a guessing man, I think most of the work that you're going to see these radios do is going to be physical, actually, like physical, because you got to remember, it's a double DIN chassis. No one else is a double DIN chassis, so like we're all bitching about that. So we can almost bank on the fact that if they come out with a new radio, it's going to be a single DIN chassis. So there's that. Is it worth waiting for? I mean, if you want to wait another 6 months, no. Who wants to wait 6 months?
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I think you'll be okay.
Did you saw Sage's video?
No. I'd be scared to do that on those speakers, but that is why he is a pro. No, I'd have to check it out. I love Sage's videos.
Yeah.
I love the one where he says, I know I'm not supposed to say but I'm going to say it anyways.
Yeah.
Okay, come over here. And I'm like, because it's like he's almost talking to me. Because I go, dude.
Stop saying.
Could you stop saying or at least teach him how to edit it out?
Well, I'm gonna try, but
maybe. That's a good guess.
Ooh, keep talking.
It's a good guess. It's good. It's very good. Oh, you're hot.
Oh, there you go. Why my speaker meter 4 ohms
at the
door, but then at the amplifier emits 5 ohms? Any cause for this?
So now you're measuring the resistance of everything between the speaker and the amplifier. And the other thing too is I'm assuming it's not attached to the amplifier at this point, because that would be bad. But no, you're now picking up the resistance of the wire. So the ohm load is going to change. It also depends on how hot the speaker is when you're metering it. But no, but it should still be pretty close to what it is at the speaker. So I would zero out your meter.
Yeah. Have you ever run wires into the doors of the MX-5? It is worth the effort to go to a 3-way mode.
So Mazda likes to do that weird thing where they have that piece, that little, like the 3 has the cup, so the wire doesn't come through a hole in the side.
No. It goes to the side.
Yeah, it goes to the side.
Mm-hmm.
You got to like peel that
like
whole
BMW
thing apart.
Sometimes, yeah.
And like when we took the doors off the pinata,
the pinata.
Yeah, when we took the doors off the pinata to do
trying
it,
to wire a pinata.
It was just way easier just to take the doors off the pinata than it was to try to do it in that little ass car. Is it worth it? Listen, I can't answer that question for you. Is it a pain in the butt? Yes. Keep in mind, if you do decide to do it, don't go crazy and run big ass wire that's not needed. Keep it simple. Run a normal size wire. Don't run 12 gauge. Hell, you might not even want to run 16 gauge. You might be fine with like 18. So it's easy and it'll go back together and you don't damage the whole piece, which nobody wants to do. Is it worth it? I mean, I would say it's probably worth it so that you can go full active. You'll be better off.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we've done some really complicated shit to run wire in the doors. And it's not fun a lot of the times.
Yeah.
So, yay. Good times. Good times.
What's up? Have you ever
encountered
a stock system that sounded better than the install system?
So, there's been a couple times where I've listened to the factory system before, like, in the quote portion of it, that I've gone out. Like, I tell you, one of the best sounding cars I've ever heard was the new Porsche with the Burmeister system, whatever the 9 series is. As far as the up mixer that it has and the surround, the bass sucks. The bass is shit. There is none. But the actual mids and highs and the imaging and everything sounded really good. Like, there was a center image from the passenger seat. It was phenomenal. And there's been a couple other ones that have sounded really, really good. When you get in there, wow, this is impressive. They put some thought into it. And the reason why you sit in the car and listen to it, especially something like that you've never worked on before you go, is because I have to be able to explain to you how much more money you have to spend in order to beat what you have. So if I get in your car and it's like, wow, this is really nice. You better have a wallet on you that has a really good credit card, because to beat what they did, you're going to have to pay. And that's when you go, hey, look, this is a $4,000 upgrade. You can't walk in here and hope to spend $3,500 and beat this. It's not going to happen. Do you think ARC will introduce their own auto tune to compete with others
for existing products? Create their own machine?
I mean, never say never, right? I don't know. I mean, this is one of those things that we talk about all the time. And I got to be honest with you. I think auto-tune is fantastic. I just can't get it to work right ever. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. So
yeah,
there's just, listen, is auto-tune the best? Auto-tune is a great way to take somebody that doesn't know what they're doing and get it done in a timely manner. You still need to know how to tune, okay? Because you have to be able to get in there and go, oh, this didn't work out the way I wanted it to. What do I do to fix it? Okay? I mean, that's really what it comes down to.
Studio In-Car just redid the system on the Porsche 911 with the Burmeister. Yeah, I mean, we did one.
And there again, you can redo the system and keep the upmixing. Yeah. So like that's what I would do in that car, because the upmixing in it is great. Like it has a fantastic upmixer. It just doesn't, it just needs some work. I mean, the Porsche that we did, what is it?
That was the Cayenne.
The Cayenne had like more goddamn speakers than we knew what to do with. I mean, there was speakers everywhere, and he didn't want any of that. He hated the way it sounded. So we knew we got a white piece of paper. We got a clean slate. but that Porsche sounded fantastic, and it was like I wouldn't want to. I don't mind enhancing it, with some DSP and do some equalization, but I don't want to remove that because
it was great.
That sounded great.
It was great,
So, but adding some enhancement to it, maybe some bass, a DSP, like make the front speakers a little louder, sizzle a little bit more, because typically a factory system is lacking in the sizzle category. So add some sizzle and some tweeters to do that. Or, just re-EQ everything that you already had. So take it out, put a DSP amplifier with enough channels just to re-EQ it a bit, but keep the upmixing. There's a lot to do.
Oh, look at that. Oh, we're going to end it out with that one.
Okay. Good knowledge, et cetera, but the discipline to remain unbiased makes you guys our number one choice for anything 12-volt related. We appreciate your sacrifice and support awesomeness. Thank you, Alex.
Thank you so much, guys.
Being truthful is hard. No.
Yes, it is.
Just ask your local politicians. No, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Hey, we'd like to thank our sponsors of the show this week. Oh, dude, I can't wait for Saturday. We got a new sponsor coming in on Saturday. But for right now, we'd like to thank Audio Control, Arc Audio, the guys at Moscone, Gladen, as well as Focal for being supporting the show, as well as you, the fans. And if you guys would like to take $25 off an IRTA too, use coupon code HOT. And then, as I've said it a million times, the questions that you ask us, you can answer yourself because you can actually see the electrical signal coming out of your speakers, into your amplifiers, into your DSPs, all those fun things. So if you have anything to do with that, it's also a great troubleshooting tool. If you have an amplifier where the light's on and nobody's home, you can figure out, is there signal coming in? Is there signal going out? What is happening?
Dude, it's like you don't need no dean to tell you. You have the IRTA done.
Yeah, head over to DNF Tool Drawer, watch a couple of videos, see if it's something that'll make your life better, and then type in coupon code HOT and save $25 on it. We'll get it out to you right away.
Have a great day.
Have an exceptional day. We'll see you guys. Make sure to follow us on Instagram.
Tomorrow.
And if you want, like I said, there's a podcast out. So if you never knew we had podcasts, you can find it on iTunes. Car Stereo Talk. Just go to iTunes and type in 5-Star Car Stereo. It'll pop up. It's with myself and Brian Mitchell of Arc Audio. So we actually talk about that in the show where I should refer to where he's from. I think he's just from Brian Land. No, we did. I didn't listen to it because we filmed it a while ago. Thank you guys so much. Have a wonderful day. Bye.